for some close reading, and I'm excited to read with you this book, Jack's Garden. I love gardening in the spring. It's the perfect time. Sometimes I have some garden, we plant some things inside of the house, we plant some things outside the house. I like to plant flowers, I like to plant vegetables, all kinds of things. Today, we're gonna start the book, Jack's Garden, and we're gonna see what kinds of things that Jack put in his garden. All right, this book is written and illustrated by Henry Cole. All right, so Jack's Garden is the title of our book. Henry Cole is the author and illustrator of our book. We'll talk a little bit more about that tomorrow. Today, while we read our book, we're going to be thinking about 5 different things, all right? We're going to be thinking about the character, the setting, what happened in the beginning, middle, and the end of the story. All right, shall we get started? I'm excited to see what's inside. Jack's Garden by Henry Cole. This is the garden that Jack planted. Look at this garden. Oh, I see some tools. I see Jack, our character. This is the soil that makes up the garden that Jack planted. Wow, look at all these things that are in the soil. The soil is a busy place. I see beetles and worms, cicada. We'll talk a lot about that later. These are the seeds that fell on the soil that made up the garden that Jack planted. Wow, lots to explore on this page. Look at Jack. He's putting the seeds in the ground, and there are all kinds of seeds. I think the cat's helping out too. Oh, let's see what's next. This is the rain that wet the seeds that fell on the soil that made up the garden that Jack planted. Look at that. It is raining. It's springtime. It rains a lot in the spring, but it looks like Jack is prepared. He has on his raincoat, he has an umbrella, and he is still taking care of the garden. His garden needs this rain. Oh, after the rain. These are the seedlings that sprouted with the rain, that wet the seeds, that fell on the soil, that made up the garden that Jack planted. Wow. Look at the seedlings that have sprouted. Oh my goodness, they're starting to pop through the soil. Oh my goodness, it's getting ready to be quite the harvest. This is going to be our last page for today. Let's see what happens. These are the plants that grew from the seedlings, that sprouted with the rain, that wet the seeds, that fell on the soil, that made up the garden that Jack planted. Oh, they've grown in all kinds of plants. Bee balm and spider road. Wow, look at that. Columbine. All different kinds of plants. And tomorrow, when we're reading this book, we will see what happens next. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.